Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how I created this DIY chalkboard. Here you have the two different vinyls that I will be using. I'm using the smart vinyl and regular vinyl, which will be going on top of my mat, and I'll be using the Cricut Joy today. So here you have the design that I created myself on Design Space. I'm just going to remove the background because I just wanted to do that for point of reference. We're going to be using without a mat first, so you can select that. Since we're using the smart vinyl first, we're going to scroll down. The only color I have in smart vinyl right now is green, so I'm going to be using that. Then you hit continue at the bottom right. You wait for your machine to pop up. Then you select it. And now you're going to go ahead and select your material. So you're going to go ahead and click popular, and then all the popular materials for the Cricut Joy will show up. So I'm using the smart vinyl permanent, and then you scroll down and tells you to load your machine. So here you have the green smart vinyl. I'm just going to insert it like so. Wait for the machine to grab it. Then you're going to go back onto Design Space. And then as you can see, it says it's loading. And now you just press go at the bottom right. And once you do that, then the machine, it was blinking, as you can see the light, and then it stopped. And now it means it's going to start cutting out your design. Okay, so now that it's done cutting, you're going to go back into Design Space and you're going to click Unload. So now you unloaded the vinyl, and now we're going to go ahead onto your second one. So now normally you will go back here and then select your material, but because we are not using the smart vinyl anymore, we're changing it up to regular vinyl, we're going to have to go back. So the way that you can change that without having to go back into your canvas is if you go onto the color that you have a section there that says without a mat. You click on that and then you click on a mat. And so now, as you can see, the image change to a Cricut mat with your vinyl on top. So that's what you want. And now you're going to select your material. I already have it selected as favorites, but you can go into all materials and select it from there. And then you just click on that. So I'm using vinyl. And then again, the same process as the beginning. You're going to put your vinyl on top of the mat this time and then load in the mat into the machine like I'm doing here. And then what I went ahead and I did was I cut out all my other colors, and I did that first. I decided that this will be the faster and easiest way, just to cut out everything out first. And then once I had everything cut, I went ahead and I weeded out my design. And I did that secondly. And then I used transfer tape, as you will see in a few, and just transfer it onto the chalkboard. The chalkboard I bought at Michael's for $9.99. You can use a 20% code discount and it will bring it down to $7.99. They also do have pre-made ones already. I just wanted to create a custom one. Actually, someone requested a custom made one, so I thought it would be nice to show you guys how you can do it in case you wanted to create your own as opposed to buying a pre-made one. But they do have those options available at Michael's if you want to check them out. Okay, so this is the first design I'm weeding out. I'm just going to cut out the stars out of it because I'm going to transfer this part onto the chalkboard first. And as you can see, I'm using transfer tape. And then again, a tip that I always give is never take out the whole transfer tape. Do it little by little and do the rest like I did here, because that way you don't create any air bubbles. At least that's how I like to do it. Then you scrape it down, and then you can remove the back piece from away from the transfer tape. So I think this is the easiest and fastest way. I know some people like to do it the opposite, so remove the transfer tape from the backing, but I always find that that's more difficult for me, so I do it this way. And then once you have it all out, you will then flip it around and then place it on top of your chalkboard. And then I took a ruler just to measure, make sure everything's aligned and straight. The last thing you want is to put your vinyl on top of the chalkboard and then you press it down and then you realize it's not centered or aligned. And then to remove this, because it is permanent, it's gonna be very impossible to do so. So I do recommend making sure that you like it where it is at before you press down with the scraper and then you remove it, the transfer tape, like I'm doing here. So I did want to mention that, as you saw, I did use the Cricut Joy for this project, but you can use the other machines if you have that and you don't have the Cricut Joy. It's actually depending on the size of your design as well. Luckily, all of these did fit in the Cricut Joy, and I thought it was going to be easier to use that as opposed to my maker. But I really do hope that you liked this video and it gave you some ideas. If it did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please hit that notification bell button. Also, if you have any questions regarding the design, please let me know in the comments down below. Do follow me on Instagram. I tend to post a lot there as well, and I'll be back with more videos.